When we first arrived on campus, we realized we needed some practice players, some bigger, physical, stronger players for our players to go against.
Practice players are like a lifeline. They are 100% needed. It's not a luxury to have them. We absolutely need to have them.
They bring toughness, they bring athleticism, they bring size.
We have a nice group of probably 12 to 15 guys that rotate in so that we always have, 4 to 5 to 8 guys at every single practice.
Pretty much 100% of them played in high school, so this is their chance to, after high school, to be in an organized setting, to be in a team setting, and be part of practice.
It's in a good structured environment where it's ready to be competitive, and we're helping get the girls better, get them ready for their games. And it's something that keeps us in shape, keeps us around basketball.
Arthur is kind of like the practice players coach.
He's a guy that I think really interacts with us and kind of knows our position, because he was in a similar position when he was at Sonoma State.
They don't just put in the 2 hours of practice, they take time to study film. Sometimes they come to the office, I watch film with them.
He's a guy that we can really connect with, joke with, play basketball with outside of the practice. Knows how to get us motivated, get us going, get us in the sets that Coach Gudenbauer wants.
Remember, their defense, they rotate really quick. So whenever you guys come to practice, we're going to need tons of effort.
Part of their responsibility is we teach them the opponent's scout. They're constantly having to learn offenses and learn different sets and then come out and we have to go against it. They're constantly having to adjust and learn and become better basketball players.
Being able to imitate defenses for them to then break down in upcoming games. I try and imitate a defense in practice and they figure out kind of how to break it, and then I go and watch them in the game and I see them do the other team what they did to me in practice when they broke it. It's just like a really satisfying feeling almost that I helped in that, I was a part of that.
One of our biggest things when we come to practice every day is bring that positive energy, bring that motivation. Even if they're feeling a little bit down from another tough loss or something, we got to be that energy that kind of gets them going, gets them through practice, and keeps them wanting to compete.
If you don't know a drill or if you don't understand the play, sit out, learn it, and when you're confident, come in, but make sure you can execute, because same as if a player messes up a drill, you're gonna hear it, they're gonna let you know. And for me, if I mess up a drill, it just makes me want to work harder and get it the next time.
You need to trap.
It's that same level of respect. She holds us to that same standard, and she expects us to be giving our best and giving our top effort out there.
On any given day, we have such a great mix of guys that can help us. Shot blockers, shooters, scorers, defenders, we can throw a really good combination of guys together.
We use the guys just sometimes as just blocking dummies. They get hit a lot. They have to do a lot of the things that we don't want to put our players through every single day. So they do a lot of really not very glamorous stuff, and they do it so enthusiastically. They want to be a part of every drill.
Being an extra body for them, running drills with them, playing against them, pushing them in place of the girls who can't I think that's very important for the team.
And I recognize the sacrifice they make. They're volunteering on their own, a lot of hours, sometimes 3 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week.
They're managing jobs and school, and they're on an ultimate frisbee team, and they're in a frat, and they decide to come and get beat up on by the women's team.
They're not in it for glory, because you don't get any glory as a practice guy except an occasional pat on the back from the coaches.
They always thank us when we rebound for them, or after drills they give us words of encouragement, good job.
We would not be as successful as we've been, and in large part that's due to the quality of the practice guys that we get.
I got a pretty full schedule right now. I am a grad student here. I'm getting my teaching credentials. So I full-time student teach at Gateway High School in the city. I also work as a community assistant here at USF in the dorms. But this is something that's important to me. This is something that I enjoy doing. I love being around the team.
Owen hopes to be a basketball coach one day. And so that's one aspect of having practice players who want to be coaches.
It's a chance that they get to see how a college program works, see what the expectations are. If you want to get into college coaching, being a practice player definitely helps out a lot.
I feel like I've gotten a lot out of this personally, and I feel like I've been able to give back a lot to it, so it's something that I definitely want to make time for and continue doing.
I try to make the experience meaningful for them, so I try to coach them and treat them like they're part of the team.
One thing that goes with my competitive nature is that I always want to challenge no matter what it is. Coming into this and playing against D1 players, I mean, it's about as much of a challenge as you can get. If I'm guarding you on defense, I mean, you're really going to have to work for it. Like, you may be taller than me, you may be stronger than me, but I'm going to hustle 110% of the way.
Get over there now! Get over there now!
They're a lot more athletic than us. They're a lot bigger than us, which is just like the people we face in our league. They're such a big contribution to our success.
We're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country right now, and I think part of the reason is because we get to do that against the guys every day.
I think one of the best things about this squad of practice guys is that they're super invested in the outcomes.
They're sitting at the games, cheering them on and giving high fives.
I just really, really appreciate that. It's something that's so very important to us, yet we can't really, we can't give them a scholarship. We can't give them a lot of things to necessarily extrinsically show how important they are to us.
When you're a part of a team, you learn leadership, you learn sacrifice, you learn how to give of yourself for the better of the team. All of these guys have done that.
At the end of the day, we just want to see them succeed. Seeing them when they get wins, when they're doing well in games, that gets us hyped up too, and it makes us feel like we did our job pretty well.
Game over, Dons win, and BYU is absolutely stunned.